Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a quick video showing you guys the current state of the garden, what's going in, what's coming out. But first I want to show you a quick tip. Come check this out. As you can see, I got these bamboo sticks, bamboo shoots, whatever you want to call them. I love growing vertical, save a lot of space, makes everything look a lot cleaner. Minimizes disease by keeping everything off the floor so bugs can't access it easy. But one thing I love, come down here and check it out, is these. I got these PVC pipes. I just drilled them to the I put a hole, then I drilled it to the raised bed. The reason why I like these is because you can take them in and out easy. Like if you're not using these, you can just take them out, put them in the garage, whatever. You don't have to stick these in the dirt. Sticking these in the dirt will cause this to rot a lot faster. And they're just more user friendly by having it that way. Very, very strong. I got my tomatoes coming in right here, and I'm gonna single stem them up. I love the way single stem looks. Looks very clean. It's easier to harvest the fruit. You get fruit faster. Minimize this disease by keeping it off the floor, and it gives you more space. And as you're growing it up, you're going to be cutting the bottom leaves off, so it will just be a stem, a tomato stem with nothing on it, and that'll allow you to plant stuff, flowers, peppers, basil down low, so you're maximizing your space. I'll show you how I got that set up on another in another area too. So over here, I got this wine barrel also. I did the same thing. Just put a little piece of the PVC right onto the back. I could take this out and stick it in. This is a scallop squash I got growing. I'm gonna single stem it up here. It'll give me room, after I pull out these radishes in a couple weeks, it'll give me room to plant maybe a couple peppers and some basil down there. So that's a way to save a lot of space, maximizing your garden. Now, let me show you what I got growing on. So here in zone 9B, Northern California, it's starting to warm up a little bit. You can see this radish is starting to go to seed. That's a sign that whatever you're growing is coming to the end of its time. I'm gonna leave this in here, bring the bees in, probably save some of these seeds. This is a champion radish, I believe. These radishes are still good. You could probably still plant some radishes right now. I like to overseed my radishes and just kind of thin them out as needed, use them smaller. I don't like going through and even spacing radishes. I kind of just sprinkle them in a circle and then come through. They seem to grow fine like that. Right here we got a wall of these sweet peas. There's actually a couple snow peas mixed in there, but majority of them are sugar snap sweet peas. Kids love these things. There's never none on here. I don't think I've ever actually harvested and used them in something versus just eating them right off the plant. So we got these going on. These are coming to the end. I'm gonna pull these in a little bit and grow some cucumbers up here. That's also another thing when I was talking about the PVC pipes and the bamboo sticks. I just recently put 2 of them on the back of there too, so I'll be able to stick the bamboo sticks in there and put this trellis up and down easy as needed. So we got the lettuce going good too. This is a romaine lettuce. It's heading up. I usually don't let my lettuce head up, but kind of haven't been eating as much as I should. Probably give that away or something like that. So I had a couple. This lettuce right here, this is starting to go to seed. See how it shoots up a long stalk? That's how you know it's starting to go to seed. This is no longer edible. That's going to be bitter. So this right here, I noticed, this is very heat resistant, or it doesn't bolt as quick when the weather starts to warm up. Like we've been having days in the 75s, some in the 80s, and it's heating up pretty quick. This is a Lola Rosa variety from Baker Creek. Seems like to me that red varieties of lettuce bolts slower. Also, the black seeded Simpson lettuce also bolts slower. So we got that. I kind of tucked some baby gem lettuces back here to give them a little more shade. We got this Swiss chard. This grows year round here. Grows better in the cold weather. A little bit of pest pressure, but still looking good. Oh, here's one the kids didn't get. See? They don't see these back there. We got some dill back here. You can still plant dill. Dill loves the heat. Actually grows well in spring too. I kind of tucked these onions. I had a bunch of extra. Like I said, in the backyard, I got a bunch of onions. That's the onion bed, potato bed, and the garlic bed. So we got these onions here starting to bulb up. Like I said, these were planted in fall. So that's the time you want to plant your onions and garlic. You could plant them other times, but that's the best time if you're trying to get a bulb. Here's a bunch of spring onions. These are year round, and I just keep planting these. Can never have enough of those. We got some Asian broccoli right there. Those will be coming out soon. The parsley kind of went to seed. I'm going to re-sow some of that. Cilantro and parsley, especially cilantro, it doesn't seem like it likes any kind of heat, but if you keep growing it, if you keep seeding it, you'll get some cilantro. It grows great in the cold though. I got a bunch of this romaine over here still. This is also looking good still. No signs of bolting. And I got another Lola Rosa back there. Love the way that looks with the purple and the green contrast. Beautiful. So this is something I want to touch on right here that I feel like could be a big help. So, as you know, raised beds, they sink over time. As you can see back there, you can kind of see it below where I would like it. So, since it's getting close to the end of the growing season, I don't want to pull out everything. Like this stuff's still growing good. I don't want to pull everything out and then have an empty bed and then top it off with compost, potting soil, whatever you want to top it off with, and then have an empty bed and then start planting in there. So in the meantime, I put my tomatoes in there. I got like 3 tomatoes right here that I'm going to grow up these bamboo sticks, as I was saying earlier. So I'll let those grow as I'm still enjoying the harvest of these cold weather crops. And once they start getting a little taller, then I can start taking the cold crops out as the season's progressing and these cold crops are no longer good. And since you can bury the stem of a tomato, when I top off the soil, I'll just bury the stem more and those plants will love it. They'll shoot out more roots and keep growing. I think that's an excellent way to grow tomatoes. I'll never grow tomatoes another way besides single stem. I've had 0 problems with that. You should give it a try. All right, let's continue. So right here, just did a video on this when we filled these up. You can check it out. But these are some dragon tongue bush beans. I just slammed in here just to get something growing in here. After I harvest these, I'll probably put some peppers. I'll probably have a bamboo stick right here growing a tomato up here. I want this to be like an Italian themed pot. It's a wine barrel. It's an Italian wine was in here. So probably grow a tomato right here. I'll have my Jimmy Nardello peppers, a couple of those. That's an Italian pepper. I'll have my basil, Italian, and maybe some herbs like some oregano and some thyme, kind of cascading over. So this could be an Italian themed wine barrel. I think that would be nice, considering I am Italian, so got to throw that in there. Got some parsley coming back here too, Italian flat leaf parsley. So this barrel will be looking real nice. You can follow along if you want to check that out. And I want to show you what I got going on right here. So this is what I was saying when it comes to saving space when you single stem your tomatoes. These are containers, pots. I cut the bottom off and just put them in there. This just allows me to like put the nutrients exactly where it needs to be. There would be no overflow, no runoff. I water in here, I fertilize in here. It's going straight to the plant. So I'm going to be growing these up here. You can see in this area right here, I got three tomato plants. These will grow big. I'll have space down here to plant whatever I want. Probably throw some flowers, some basil down here, maybe a pepper or something like that. But I got a nasturtium going down here, so that'll look really nice. Like I said, I cannot recommend single stemming your tomatoes enough. This is a Cherokee Purple. Big tomatoes. I tend to grow my bigger tomatoes in ground. They grow better like that. The smaller tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, can grow. I mean, you can grow these anywhere, but in my experience, the bigger tomatoes grow better in the ground. You don't have to water them as much. They can get nutrients deep down in the soil, and they just grow better. So this is a Cherokee Purple. Right here, I got well, that one over there is a Kellogg's Breakfast. And I just do this tomato, this cherry tomato right here. This is a Super Sweet 100, I believe. Super Sweet 100 or a Sun Gold. Those are the only two cherry tomatoes I really grow. So let's continue on. So before, my wife, she was mainly the flower person. But lately, I've been really getting into flowers. I used to just grow marigolds and zinnias, toss a couple in the garden. But now I'm really embracing flowers. So this is the latest one. This is a beautiful flower right here. I'm not good at pronouncing the names, but I got this from Annie's Annuals and Perennials. And this is a Bution. This is a stunning flower. It just has these little cupped bells that just hang over. Hummingbirds love these things right here. Very easy to propagate. And full sun, part shade. So this should be taking off right here this year. I got it right under our hummingbird feeder. So we've been seeing a lot of hummingbirds on there. Hopefully this attracts more. So right here is a little strawberry bed. This bed's very productive right here. I'm gonna just kind of dump all kind of things in here. So this is a 4x2 roughly. There's 8. I put one strawberry plant every square foot. So there's 8 in here. But these are the first year I planted these in here. So they're not gonna get super big fast. Like this is a runner right here. So I want to take these off. I can already tell that these are going to be producing later in the year. So what I was saying, these, your first year, you want to take off all the actual flowers. You don't want your strawberries to produce flowers. I know that's hard to do, but by picking off the flowers, you're telling the plant to grow roots. You take the flowers off, it's not putting no energy into fruiting, it's putting all the energy into rooting, so you can have a better harvest, better established plant. So in the meantime, till these get real big, I got lettuces growing in here. I kind of just tucked away. These are I believe these are the Baby Gems or Tom Thumb. I got some icicle radishes tucked behind there, as you can see. Those are getting nice. Never grew those before, but they seem like they grow well. And once I harvest these, I'll have a lot more space to put other things. I'm going to pull this right here. You can check this out and see how these look. So this is probably 30 days. We'll see how these taste. I like to pickle radishes, and I like to add a little sugar to it. I like the sweet. It's very good with like barbecue. Anything vinegar to me is like good with barbecue. You get some pickled onions, pickled radishes, anything like that on the side. It's delicious. So these are some strawberry plants I've had for a couple years now. So they say in the 3rd year, that's when you really start to see a lot of fruit. These are early. These are going to be early. You can see it's just loaded down. These are early strawberries. So certain strawberries produce at different times of the year. I forget what variety these are, but I know these produce, I think these are everbearing, because they start early and they just keep going until a frost. Like, these will come back year after year though. Frost won't kill these. These could be snowed on. Not that it snows here, but. So to care for these, because people do ask me how I get my strawberries to look so good. Anytime I'm coming through here, any leaf that has any color on it, I take off. Like, I'll come through here like at least once a week. Or if there's like a strawberry that's small, like this one, like this is gonna grow. It'll probably get bigger, but you see it's already loaded down with some bigger ones, and I'll come through here and just take a few of those off just to get the other ones to ripen faster and to be a lot bigger. You do the same thing with fruit trees. I just kind of did some research on that. So fruit trees are the same way. If you have a bunch of fruit clusters just hanging on one branch, you kind of want to thin that out a little bit so it's not putting so much stress on the plant, especially if it's a young plant or young tree. Yeah, so you kind of come through, clean them off. These are going to grow great this year. So this was going to be going into the ground next. Right here, I got a lot of peppers. These are some Jimmy Nardello. I was just doing a little experiment to see. This is with the Happy Frog soil. I want to see how better they grow. So these been growing since, oh, I didn't even write the date. These are probably like 2 months old. Peppers grow real slow. They need some heat to germinate. So if you're starting them early indoors, put a heat mat on them, and they'll grow fine. So I got 4 Jimmy Nardellos right there. I got 3 Scotch bonnets and a white Thai pepper right here. I got this is a Savagna, 2 Savagna, and 2 daddles. I keep 2 peppers in there on most of the peppers, unless it's a big plant that gets big. Peppers could grow close together and have no issues. Right here, I got a scallop squash I just tucked in there. I had an open spot. And these are serranos. So I got 3 serranos too. Right here, these are the white Thais, 4 of them. First year growing these. Excited to try these out. And right here, we got some shishitos. So, also with the Happy Frog soil. This little area right here is just some things I kind of just have sitting here, waiting to find a spot for these. I like to get my roots established, especially in the backyard. This is a tip. If you're having issues with roly-polies, earwigs, pincher bugs, and things like that eating your crops, when they're small, they're more vulnerable to that. So let them get bigger. For instance, in my backyard, roly-polies and pincher bugs destroy baby seedlings. Like if I put these little peppers out there, these things will be gone in one day. But if I let them get big and established, stronger root system, and the leaves get a little more firm, they'll leave them alone. So try that out. Right here is a bunch of cucumbers. I got a lot of basil, Thai basil, and Genovese basil. These are some Black Eye Susans I got. I got a lot of flowers right there. It's 2 types of marigolds, 2 types of zinnias, giant sunflowers, Black Eye Susans, bachelor button. I got a lot of flowers. I'm always keeping stuff growing. You never know when a squirrel might come, dig your plant up, a dog, anything. So I love to have stuff growing. And that's it with the flowers. So this is an Asian pear right here. This is the 3rd year. We've never let this fruit before. Kind of just took the fruits off. As you can see, it's starting to put on some fruits. So hopefully we'll get some. See some fruits right there. See some fruits right there. So not expecting a bunch. I'll be happy to get like 10 off of it this year. And then next year should be even better. Love some Asian pears. They're just so expensive in the store. All right, so just in general of what you should be thinking about, what should be going through your mind is you should be having your warm crops, having an idea of where you're going to put them. Find out what you're going to grow, where you're going to put them, and start making a plan for that. So probably in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to pull these beans down. That Swiss chard is going to come out just because I have a lot of that going on. Going to harvest that lettuce. Everything is going to come out of here soon, probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, besides the onions and those 3 tomatoes. I'm going to leave the cilantro too to flower. So I'm going to have cucumbers going up this trellis right here. I'll have a tomato going up there, that bamboo, a tomato going up this bamboo, and a tomato going up there. That'll be 3 tomatoes. And then below that, I'm going to plant some basil and some zinnias. Those kind of grow kind of tall, so those will be tall, and all the tomatoes will be going there, hanging down, looking nice. I'm gonna border it with some Jimmy Nardello peppers. Those kind of grow small and compact. I'm gonna grow some Jimmy Nardellos mixed in with some spring onions down there all around the border. Kind of have them just flowing over. Maybe a couple marigolds down there, and then in the middle, I'm gonna put probably 4 peppers and 4 peppers, and maybe tuck some lettuce. If you're gonna grow lettuce in the summer, kind of give it a little shade. So maybe I'll have like a little tunnel between the peppers where I can grow some greens. All right, so that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a quick video, just kind of giving you a rundown on how you should be thinking this time of the growing season in Zone 9B. Get your stuff ready, get your seeds planted. Always have a backup plan, always have something growing, and prepare to get rid of your cold crops and get the warm loving crops in the ground. Check you out next time.